Yes, evil. Looking good. Yes, I am here. Yes. Today, we're straight into it. What we're going to do today is we're going to cut the idea of what is considered to be a tenant, what is known today as a tenant, right? If you look, you're going to see how it's cut. If you use a table saw, right? And a tenant is something that is, that is something used in woodwork plenty of years, hundreds, thousands of years, right? You can see that idea. I mean, if you look at these, there are all kinds of tenants. This is from wood that was done here in the Caribbean, and this was easily over 100 years old, right? And you can see it is the idea of a tenant. And if you look at it, you're going to see how they wedge the top. When they put it in, this is the base for what they would call those card tables, those old-time card tables. And you can get a better view of it like so you know what it looks like, right? And you have the wedge inside to keep it, right? So what we're going to do today, we're going to cut a tenant and we're going to cut it. We're going to put it in a mortise. Now, this mortise was done by a machine already, right? So, but it would take me a little time to do it by hand with a chisel. So that's why we do it with the tenant first, right? What we're going to do is piece of board here. Oh, right. These is old furniture that was built in the Caribbean, and they're very old. We'll get into that in a little while. Alright, we get into that. What we're going to do is we're going to put a mortise inside here, right? So what you would use for that would be like a marking gauge, and you use the measurement and you find the center of the board, you find the center, and then like this is, let's say this is 3/4, when you find the center, then you would look and you would get half of 3/4. We're using these measurements with the 3/8, and then you put like 3/8 on this side, and you put it on, so something like that, right? But this is right. So you can see from on this side better. Let me see if I can get it right. So you notice we have the lines for where the tenant is going to be, and you can just return it here. Now we usually use a marking gauge, but I mean, people who in this thing who doing woodwork plenty years, right? They usually might just use their finger, and you will get an idea, right, of how it's supposed to be. Right. Now this is a little high for what we're gonna cut it. Okay, let me see how we're going to do this. It's a little high, so what we're going to use is a tenon saw. Alright? This is a tenon saw. You put a little oil on the saw so that it runs, help it run a little smooth. Now usually if you have to cut something like this, you should try and put it a little lower, right in front of you. Something a way that in front by you, in front, to a workable level. And you get your right. And then you're on your way just to a new saw. So this is just a straight number. take your time and let the saw do the cutting. Not don't fight up and no, just or will I be, you know, but a smooth flow. So nice. So we have that there. Alright. So you know, if you look at it here now, you will see the cut in the line. Right? And now we have to take off this piece. So what we will use is really what we use is a bench hook. What was, you know, this is what how they used to do it time ago. Let me see this one here. So on the bench. Woo. Anyway, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do it on the edge of the bench here, so you can understand what is a, you know, a bench hook, and you set, you know, so you start. Right? You take off one side. And sometimes make it slant the saw a little in, not too much, so that when the end comes down, I will show you that. Right. So you know you have the tenon. What I was saying is that when you're cutting the tenon sometimes, you know, instead of when you're pushing the saw, right, you can give it a little slant so that when the tenon goes down, the edge rests and you will get a better fit on. Right? Now what we're going to do, we're going to put it inside this mortise. Ooh, the placemaker not. Let's go. Oh, wow. Right? Okay. So now, you see, when we cut the tenon, we give it a little, it has a little space in it. You know, sometimes you don't want to cut it too tight. You cut it with a little space so it goes in easier. You don't have to fight up, you know, to put it in. Right? So now we come and you can line it over the hook, line it up over the hole, you know, where the shoulder is. This is a simple way. Right? So now you put it on the top and you line up the hole. But so you put it on top here. And I know this camera far, but I think I showed these in other videos, but I'm going to go it over again. So you get an idea of where the mark will be. Right? That's a simple way to do it. In other words, which part this hole is here, you get an idea where you have to cut the shoulder. Right? So you get the mark. Woo. So get some breeze. Woo. Ah. Oh. Yes, right. So you know you get the idea of the mark where the shoulder is going to have to cut out. Right? So you just stretch, put the line down. Put the line down here. Right? You keep the line, put it down here. Right? And you know, you can just take the saw, right? And you turn it the other way. And by the back. Right? Put it back right here. Here. Cut it off like this. Right? When you take it out and you put it down on the inside. Right? Now what happens is that inside the mortise needs to clean out a little bit. Alright? So if you go to stumble, if you go to, when you try to put it in tight, real tight, right, what happens is you'll get problems, right? And number one, and number two, we have, let me get a chisel, because you know I don't have much, right? We have plenty different glues now, different, glue that is said to last a lifetime. We just had, for instance, like this glue what I use here, right? Okay. That helps, and most of the tenants, when you put the glue, I put a plug in it. So now, push it, and it goes down inside there, right? Tight, so that you don't fight it up. You understand? So you need to pull it up, and it goes down inside. Now we cut this a little slack so that people would get an idea of how it works in terms of what it works. But when it's time to do the pulling, we do that a little tighter based on the what you're working on, right? And again, as I tell you, mortise and tenon is something that holds everything in wardrobe. Most things. This is the side of an old wardrobe, and all these pieces of furniture would be over, 100 years, in terms of the time when it was built in Trinidad and Tobago. And if you look at it, you're going to see, for instance, these old wardrobes, right? If you look at it, and you look even at the back here, you're going to see where there's a lot of handwork was done in it, right? And they all were pinned. Even if you look up there, and you up down here, everything was mortise and tenons. And here, have a look at it. Woo. Right? And that is one of the basic functions of most furniture. The idea of a mortise and tenon. So that is, if you thinking about getting into furniture, these are some of the things that you have to have the idea of. This is an old chair, right? Even the back of the chair has a small tenon, right? Even at the arms, where it goes down. You meet a double up here and you meet a tenon down there, right? Breezy and blowing, going to place hot like fire, right? If you look here again, if you look at the bottom there, you're going to see. So these old ideas that kept furniture, what make it last that long. This, and it was done by hand. If you look at these things properly, if you look at it properly, you'll even see this is a hard wood that you have here. Right? If you look at it on the inside, the corners, like there, if you could see it in the camera, you'll see where it was done with a chisel. If you look at it properly, right? Even at the bottom here, when it goes down, how they wedge them with different pieces of wood, right? So this is not something that is new. I would say to the Caribbean, because as I tell you, these things are over 100 years. It is over 100 years, right? So that was the idea, another idea of the mortise and tenon. And this is real work, and I'm working in a real workshop, so pumping, sweating, right? That's the idea of the mortise, very important in furniture, and the idea of the tenon, right? So as we go along in another, by the way, this is for a simple bed. As we go along, I will share more information, and you just have to keep look through, and you're going to get, don't figure it out.